first reader comes all the way from New Hampshire, ladies and gentlemen. He is our co-editor at Underground Books and is also the functioning submission director for The Kitchen Poet. Let's give a warm round of applause for Jeremiah Walton.
Yeah!
All right, I have 3 poems today. This is called Humanness. I am human. The cities are human. The streets are not my body, but my skin. The houses' foundations are roots of stock for fur. I wear the piss of streets and honks of angry machines, the dirty undersides of bridges, scratchy homeless, the upper-class men scared I'll burn a hole in their chest as big as the one in my pocket. I am the ponder between each footstep, between drinks. I am the cries of newborns and the tightest ties. I am the quietest poem and the loudest. I am Manchester, I am Bedford, I am Boston, I am this poem, I am the poems Gregory stole from the tongues of old poet men. I am the old poet men, I am the shy youth, the kid sitting alone in middle school, the drunk British fellow who hates being babied. I am the streets I've yet to walk. The alleys collapsed, the alleys constructed, the alleys between buildings, and the alleys between humans, marrying us in Roman fashion. I am not special, I am human, I am nature, indifferent and meaningless. You are not special, you are human, you are nature, indifferent and meaningless.
Yeah!
And this is called Slurping. Flowers bury their heads in the ground, like humans in a wine cooler, or worms rubber stretch fucking themselves to reproduce. Slurp the bottom of brittle wells. Slurp the bottle and cigarette tubes. Slurp relationship beginnings and pull your tongue from a beehive. Relationships with anything can sting. Surrender yourself to the joy that you cannot retain forever in anything. You can try. How else will you supply the keg of your ribcage enough kick to knock you back to sleep? Sleep is heaven. When dreaming, no one is starving or hungover. Slurp. Weird kids weirding themselves out. Slurp. The boughs of the forest stretch indulgence into a private vector where we sleep with fire in our toes and smoke with fire on our fingertips. My friends and I like to indulge. We indulge to the point where we split in half like worms. We are the worms in your neighbor's mattress, reproducing, slurping.
Woo!
Alright, and this is my last one. This is new, as in like I'm still working on it and was at like 2 this morning. I'm Jeremiah Walton. I was born February 12, 1995. I'm 18 years old. I live with my parents. I'm the second oldest of 6. I work as a kitchen server at a nursing home for those with Alzheimer's and dementia. I believe in freedom and never giving up. Poetry is a chunk of meat the size of a fist in my chest. I don't know why. It's something I'm figuring out. I believe people are not enough to handle people. We refuse to plant our own gardens. I believe no one has the right to set rights. That's either irony or internal conflict. Money is a distracting drive. I need a 9 to 5 like I need a tombstone. My home will be my tombstone. I'll etch my name in it the day I find it. I went through an existential crisis and came out bored. I habitually chain smoke. Quitting is too much a hassle. I like to laugh. I think there's beauty in everything, though it may only be a glimmer of warmth and rain. It may be an empty parking lot. It may be people. I reason apathy with desperation. I am a social anarchist. I have no desire to be involved with the conversational politics of man. The world is burning. The fire is warm and wonderful. I'm using it to light my cigarettes. I'm leaving to find somewhere I can die September 2nd, 2013. I'm leaving to dig my own grave. We all look for somewhere to comfortably die at one point or another. Some settle quicker than others. I question my actions as if they were not mine. I look for a backstory in every statement. Reading too deep and mundane. I am seeking something other than loss or God to cling to. I'm making things more difficult than they need to be. It's easy to get lost in complexities. We have option in everything. We are ultimately free. I'm scared that I'm ignorant. I despise racism and violence. Humans need to learn to handle our own shit without Molotovs or batons, without assholes in blue, without money as a reason for living, without guns or social stabbings. I have no suggestions how. I'm still unknotting my own restlessness in my belly. Guts feel rough like pavement, where spilled blood pools me when I sit to feast. Quick to bandage with liquor. Whiskey administered correctly does not sting the flesh. I love poetry like an alcoholic. Falling into line seems easier. I'm burning my bookshelf because knowledge brings misery. I spat at revolution. It bit me in the ass. There is no movement. Simply so it goes. Time is indifferent. Nature is a stepmother. There is so much to see in humanity, and so much greater spectacles than us. The greatest poems can dig into bones and plant roses. I need to write a poem that picks locks and fills fridges. The roses can be planted among old graves as the skeletons of government are buried with their people. The communities cannot allow themselves to be buried. We cannot allow ourselves to be buried. I gathered a storm in my pocket. Her body was a warm candle. I drenched myself in wax. I lost myself in a poem. I lost myself in an epic. I lost myself in the world. I allowed a box to be put over my head. I allowed them to wallpaper my vision with pleasant romantics. I'm clinging to a god. My name is Jeremiah Walton. I'm ages 0 to 18. I live in New Hampshire. I write poetry. I am really fucking confused.